Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick video talking about a few things. Um, Mainly the whole, just the whole like high def remake, rehash, report, remastered bullshit. I am quite frankly tired of seeing fucking high def remake after remake after remake after collection after it just I'm tired of it because it only proves that they can't make anything else. I mean, where's all the new IPs? Where's new stuff, new games? I mean, I'll even take sequels that are made with love and care over a high def game I already played before. I mean, that's all they do for this whole generation now. Ever since when did they actually start doing that? It wasn't in the beginning of the 360 PlayStation 3 and Wii, was it? It was like somewhere a little bit after that or in the middle. Then they started going all out with this stuff. I'm sick of seeing it. At first it was like, yeah, okay, that's kind of cool, but then it just after a while it's like, really, you can't make anything new. But I've been feeling like this for a while now, for years now. I've been feeling this, and it's funny because I have never purchased one high def collection, remake, whatever. I haven't purchased one because why? Why am I gonna purchase it? I already own the game, and if even if I didn't own the game, I would probably hunt down the original, most likely. It's just funny. It's like, oh, just annoys me to no end to see it over and over. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you can agree. It's just sickening. So the main reason why I wanted to bring this up now is because I'm at my breaking point, pretty much. I'm at the point where I'm just gonna fucking explode. Recently, like recently, there was an article about Onuma, one of the producers, creators of the Legend of Zelda franchise, came out and said, "Oh, I can make a Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword high def. Um, I wouldn't rule it out. It'll come in the future, probably, maybe." That's where the breaking point. Like my breaking point was like right here, and I was already like way up past it. But this article just made it just go bam. Like seriously, I cannot. I had to make a video about this because it's fucking annoying me. So yeah, he's like, oh yeah, I'll make a high def remake of Skyward Sword. It just came out not too long ago, and you're thinking about making it high def. Are you fucking serious? Even Twilight Princess, granted, it was originally a GameCube game, but it came out on the Wii first, I think, right? Or did it come out simultaneously with it? I think the Wii version came out first. It was a launch game for the Wii. Even that is too soon. For example, you take a game like Ocarina of Time, which is a much older game, and it's Nintendo 64. The graphics are kind of dated compared to Twilight Princess or something recent. It's very dated. You take that and you remake that with all the detail they put in Ocarina of Time 3D. So much detail that they put in. It didn't bother me. Like, plus the fact that I got my hands on it and it's pretty much balanced with the original, like in terms of like the full package. I mean, the reason why I say balanced is because the remake did things a little bit better than the original. And then there's some things that they kind of ruined from the original. Like for example, the things that they made better. I haven't played it in a while, but off of the top of my head, the things that they made better from the original was they made the water temple a little bit more accessible and less confusing. I mean, yeah, I struggled with the water temple at first like everybody else, but I got to a point where I want to learn this because I love the game so much. It's like I want to learn this fucking temple. So I played it a lot, and I actually got used to the water temple, and I memorized it, and I figured out exactly how to do it without getting lost at all. So when they came up with this new reworked, make it a little bit easier or a little bit more less confusing, I kind of at first had a problem with it, but then I got over it because it's like it is a fucking confused thing. It's a confused temple. It's everybody had problems with it. So I kind of just that passed. I got over that. So I didn't mind that. But okay, the one thing is the detail. I know graphics don't make a game, but the game Ocarina of Time is already a good game. But on top of that, they put so much detail into the graphics. It just looks so good. That's one thing that they made a little bit better. Another thing is simplifying and mainstreaming the. Usually, I'm not a big fan of mainstream things, but mainstreaming the layout, like the control layout, and like the bottom screen, you got the map, you got your items. It's just easy. You don't have to pause the go into your menu and scroll through left, right to get your item, check your thing. You don't have to do that. You want a weapon that you don't have equipped? You just slide it, quick, you press it, bam, you have it equipped. It's no problem. They took the iron boots. Remember the original game? You had to go in your menu, loop through the thing, equip your iron boots, unequip your iron boots, pause it in the water temple, keep taking them on and off, and you had to do it frequently. That was annoying. Even I can admit. I love the game, but that was fucking annoying. They took that and they made the iron boots an item. So this way you could just easily swap it out. You just tap it, you equip them and unequip them. And that was great. What else did they make better with the remake? I think that's really it. I mean, it's great that they added Master Quest, and not only that, they made the whole game mirrored, which it kind of confused you a little bit at first. But the main thing that was great about the Master Quest for the remake was they had you take double damage. That was cool because Ocarina of Time, let's be honest, it's a fucking easy game. It's very easy. You can go the whole game without really losing that many hearts, let alone dying. I mean, it's so easy. Um, so I did like that extra little challenge. That was something that was fucking fun because I went through the game on the normal game and I did a 3 heart run. I didn't get any hearts. I skipped everything and I beat the game and it was fun. Still easy, but it was fun because it's easy. I know Ocarina of Time like so well. And I did the Master Quest double damage, and I did a 3 heart run on that, and that was fucking intense. That was fun. That was really good. I might have died maybe 3 or 4 times the whole game with that 3 heart run on Master Quest, and I beat it, and it was great. It was so satisfying. So it's cool. Now the things that they did that weren't good is like small things, like the rolling for Link looked awful. Adult Link just feels like he moves sluggish, like he runs slow, like his sprite is overly big and it just doesn't look right. I mean, they did Young Link okay, but Adult Link I felt like they did not that well. Um, Another minor thing is that they changed the artwork, like they changed the detail of the character sprites, the polygons, like the main example is Princess Ruto. She looks fucking awful. Like they gave her this little like throb thing that's connected to her skin. It just looks weird. They did it fine in the original. It was more natural. In this, they give her this little thing, and she's all anorexic. She's like really skinny. It just looks awful. Like the way that they did the art for her eyes, like the graphics, it was a unique, distinctive look, and they changed that. They made it look generic. She looked awful, especially when she's an adult. She looked skinny. She just looked awful. It was a small detail problem that I had. It was just awful. I can't get over that. But the detail inside Lord Jabba Jabu's belly is fucking amazing in the remake. But that's just like examples about the Ocarina of Time 3D. So it's like they're announcing this, and it's like, what are you talking about? You were supposed to make Majora's Mask 3D. We're still waiting for that. I mean, a long time ago, it feels like a long time. It's been like a year or two now. You were like, oh, if people want it, we'll do a high def, 3DS thing for Majora's Mask. They've had Operation Moonfall. People have been asking for it. People want it clearly. In where the fuck is it? Where's the news? When E3 came around, I was expecting an announcement of Majora's Mask 3D. Where is it? You know what I'm saying? But like going back to the Ocarina of Time 3D, yeah, that's the reason. All the things I explained why it's balanced. There's some good things that are better than the original, and there's some bad things. So it's balanced. So I could play both. I could play, you know, the 64 version, and I can play the 3DS version and be happy. So whatever. But it's just fucking annoys me. That's the thing about these high def things. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm tired of it. Stop making high def fucking remakes and reports and remasters and collections. I'm fucking sick of seeing it. Make something fucking new. I accept a sequel that's, like I said, made with love and care. If it's a sequel that's shit, I don't give a shit. Love and care sequel, I take that over remake. They got the Wind Waker high def. I don't fucking care about it. Want to know why? Because it looks the fucking same. It's the same fucking game. I don't care about they made sailing faster. There's a button where you can make it faster to simplify it. I don't care about the Triforce charts, getting those at the end of the game being a lot more simple, a lot better, and a lot more less infuriating with Tingle and the price for the rubies and all that shit. I don't care about that. It looks the fucking same. The only difference is that it's like they put a dream glow effect from a fucking movie maker, a video editing program. They just put that on the whole game, and there you go. They slapped that on, call it a day. That's basically all they did. I'm sick of it. Now here's the thing. You know what? I'm not even gonna mention that. Let's move on. And now this, they want to do Twilight Princess. Granted, I like Twilight Princess. I think it's a great game, despite its problems. Yeah, I'll admit it has problems. There's problems in Twilight Princess, but it was a much better game than Skyward Sword, in my opinion. I hated Skyward Sword. I already made a rant video about Skyward Sword, and I fucking hated that game. At least fucking Twilight Princess had better music than Skyward Sword, especially the danger music. It had a lot better music. I mean, granted, there's some dungeon music that's not really great in Twilight Princess, like the Goron Mines. That's just basic and awful. But I'd rather take that than have the lazy music that just doesn't stick with you in Skyward Sword than like that one Goron Mines song, which is not really good. It's just like a fucking 4-second loop. That's all it is. You know what I mean? But the fucking danger music in Twilight Princess is fucking some of the best in the series, so I don't want to hear it. So yeah, it's just stop doing it. I'm sick of it. Another thing that pisses me off is like Nintendo porting or redoing recent games. That annoys me. If you're gonna fucking do a remake, Nintendo 64, that's really dated. Something that's dated. Granted, it can still be enjoyed if it's dated. It doesn't matter. That's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is that if a game is not recent and it's really old, they can do that. You know, it would bug me less. Would I still get it? I don't know. Depends, but it would bug me less. Like for example, when Donkey Kong Country, I know this isn't really a high def remake, but Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Wii. That's not that long ago. That's Wii generation, okay? Now granted, my feelings about that game, it's funny because Retro Studios did a good job with the game, but they didn't. It's funny. The designs of the levels and stuff, and like the creativity with the level design is pretty good. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good. But here's the thing. What did they do? It's what they did. They took out the Kremlings in King K. Rool. That's like taking out Bowser and the Koopas and all the iconic enemies from Mario. You just don't do that. Okay? Donkey Kong Country, Country 2 and Country 3 are great because they have King K. Rool and they have the Kremlings, the most iconic fucking enemies of all time. But what did Nintendo feel like they needed to do? They needed to replace them all with, I'm going to take this quote from JonTron, with a plank of fucking wood. Exactly. They removed all the cool shit, and they're like, let's give them a plank of wood, and let's just replace all the cool enemies and the inspired and awesome designs of the Kremlings, and let's just replace them with generic animals. We got birds. Birds. What else? What else is there? It's just generic. I fucking didn't like that. The fact that they forced the motion controls in it. I understand this is going off of the topic. I'm sorry, but I want to talk about this because it's been another thing that's been bothering me. I don't want to make a separate video about this. The motion controls that they forced. I mean, the main thing that I'm talking about is the fucking rocket barrels, where you have to like tilt the Wii remote and the rocket barrel goes up and down like this, and if you go just a little bit, it goes and you're like, oh shit, and you turn again and it's like and then you fucking crash, and it's just awful. It's awful. It wasn't difficult because it was well implemented and it was a really challenging area and it tested your it was perfect gameplay. No, it was challenging because of the frustration of the motion controls. Let me fucking control that part with the D-pad. It was just awful. Fucking awful. And the fact, here's another fact that I don't see people complaining about. When you jump off an enemy in the original Donkey Kong Country games, you just hold the jump button down when you jump, and then you do a boost off of the enemies, and that's how it should be. But how did they do it in Donkey Kong Country Returns, you ask? How did they do it? Well, they decided we're not going to do that. If you try to hold the button off of an enemy from a jump, it doesn't boost. I was like, how do you boost? And it's like you have to do this weird thing when you jump on the enemy, and right when you jump on them, like that within that time frame, you have to tap the jump button and you do a boost or something. I don't know. All I know is you can't hold down the jump button. The simplistic way, the way that it made it fun and easy and simplistic. That's what it's all about. Simplistic platforming in the design of the controls, the boost off of the jump, the smoothness and the directions of you're going and platforming. That's what makes platforming awesome. Like Super Mario World, like Donkey Kong Country, the originals. But they didn't do it in that. They fucking made it all complicated. I don't even understand it. It's just awful. Because the reason why I say it is because at some points you're required in the game to bounce off of enemies with the boost to not fall down the bottomless pit. You're required to do that. And how many times did I die because of the faulty jumping mechanic? It's awful. Anyways, I went way off topic. I do apologize. Just the fact, let me get back on to what I was saying before. Just the fact that they took that game, Donkey Kong Country Returns, and they decided to port it to the 3DS. It doesn't make sense to me. When they announced this at E3, we're doing Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D. Everybody was all excited. Oh yay! I'm the only one sitting there just like, really, Nintendo? You're taking a fucking Wii game of that generation and you're fucking porting it to the 3DS. Adding in easy mode. Fucking easy mode. And adding in fucking, what else did you add in? I don't know. That's like the only thing. It's awful. Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D. It's just awful. Anyways, this video, I just wanted to talk about the problems that I have with these high def remakes, rehashes, reports, remasters, fucking sick of it collections. I just wanted to share my opinion because just get sick of it. Get a ranto. It helps me feel better. So, anyways, how do you feel about the high def remakes and all that stuff? Do you like them? Do you feel like me and they're not good for gaming? Do you feel like they should be making new things instead of, rehashing the same stuff that we've already played 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 5 years ago, a year ago? It's ridiculous. Anyways, comment down below, share your opinions, and let me know. Alright, guys, take it easy.